Hi everyone, hope you're good. I'm good too. So I decided to come on here again and share with you, not really share. I decided to come on here and speak on friendship. Okay, let's start here. What is a friend? Let me take it from a biblical sense. Ne? My understanding of a friend is someone who laughs with you, cries with you, someone who has your back, doesn't talk about you behind your back, doesn't have ill intentions about you, someone who doesn't get jealous when you succeed, when you achieve, when you prosper. Someone who actually supports you and is happy for you when you do. Someone who loves you, someone who is for you, someone who will tell you when you are right, when you are wrong, someone who will pray for you, someone who will pause. I'm back. So guys, side note, do you ever, okay, this question is for mama, ne? Like first time mommies, maybe even mommies in general. Do you guys ever have that do you guys ever have that situation whereby your newborn or your baby, but does it ever happen to you that when you're in another room and they're sleeping, right, and you just randomly hear a baby's cry, or you just randomly hear ukushukuma uthile, like you feel like, oh my gosh, umntanam lo. You stop what you're doing and you run and you go check on your baby, all to find that usalele umntu. This happens to me so much. Like 1 minute I'll put her down to sleep, and I know she's gonna sleep maybe maximum 2 hours. Minimum she can sleep up to 45 minutes to an hour. And I go and do whatever I'm doing. Maybe I'll do laundry, and then randomly hanging my clothes, I'll randomly just hear a baby's cry. It doesn't even have to be my daughter's cry. And I will run and go and check on her, and all to find that she's still sleeping. She's sound asleep. So this is just what happened in Gogo-san. I was busy doing this video. I'm in another room and she's in another room because I don't want to wake her up before her time, so I don't want to do the video next to her. And I'm cooking, by the way, so I just heard, is that my baby crying? I jumped. She's sleeping, guys. Ulele. Okay, no. First time I went to go and check on her because she was coughing, and now go. It was my bad. I just started hearing a baby's cry. Anyways, yeah. Mommies, do you also experience this thing? Because I feel like, yeah, Sana, is it hallucinations? What's going on? What is this thing called? Anyways, back to the topic of the day. So friendship, that's what I think of friendship in general. Even based on the Bible, I think I'm close to that definition. Why is it so quiet? Let's go check again. Okay, so I'm back again. False alarm. So as I was saying, guys, in the Bible, though, an example in at hand is the friendship between King David and Jonathan. Prince Jonathan, my bad. They were best of friends, and as the Bible describes them, they were as brothers. What I gathered from their relationship, their friendship, was that they would die for one another. That's how deep their friendship was. That's how genuine it was. And, even to the point where Prince Jonathan was ready to betray his father, or King Saul, for David, to save David's life, because that's how much he loved David, and that's how much he believed in the fact that David would be king one day. And Monel, unlike Saul, Jonathan's father, who didn't really, who was jealous of that evident fact with David. Anyways, in the world today, or in the world that we're living in today, I think friends like that are rare. They are hard to find. There's a lot of what's the right word? There's a lot of lookalikes. What do we call it? What's the right word? It looks like a genuine friendship, but it's actually not. It looks like the real deal, but it's close to it, not really it. So there's a lot of that in my observation, and in my own personal life. I've had friendships where I gave my all. I would stand up for my friend. I would even against my own family members. I would go out of my way to help my friends. But they still didn't work out fine. They didn't work out as they should have, because I did not get what I gave back. I did not have reciprocation from those people that I thought were friends of mine. But for me, it's not Indo and Ijonga as something bad to look at. It's for me, it's a learning experience. It's a learning curve where you need to grow from things that you learn from, or things that you get burned from, or things that you get disappointed in. It's nothing to sit and dwell on and be depressed and spend much time crying and bad mouthing and gossiping over. It's really a matter of feel what you feel your feelings, and get it out of your system, and then move on. Yeah, well, it's not to say also that I feel that I was a perfect friend. No. Or I am a perfect friend. No. I do think that I do have my errors and my faults and my mistakes, and I acknowledge them. But one thing I do know is that I do value people who value me. That makes sense. Anyways, I'll give an example. In my own life, I have friends. I've got friends who cry with me. Friends who know my situation, who know how I'm living right now, who know my ups and downs, who know my struggles and my wins, and they support me however they can. And I would do the same for them, and I do say the same for them. So for me, friendship is meant to be rare. In my opinion, I think it shouldn't be so common. Ubon ba unechomi ezi-1,000 sana. Like you've got like 1,000 friends. That's never a good thing. In my understanding, in my thought, in my opinion. Because dare I really say, God doesn't have many friends? God doesn't have many friends. I'm not gonna, look guys, I'm not a biblical scholar or a Miss Know-it-all, but when I do pick up some nuggets, I do usually share. So I think friendship it should be sacred. Even the Bible makes it such a sacred thing to be a friend of God. It's like an important thing to have friendship with Jesus, have friendship with God, have friendship with the Holy Spirit, be friends with God. In the Bible, the only place that I've seen, what I have noted, is that it highlights being friends with God. Or Abraham was declared to be a friend of God. I don't know about Moses, I'm not sure, but these people in the whole Bible, I might have missed some books, guys. I might have missed some scriptures, but the one that is spoken of, is Abraham being the friend of God. I'm not sure about Moses. I'm not sure about Elijah. I'm not sure about all these other prophets and children of God, men of God. But this particular one, Abraham is a friend of God. And to me, it highlights Nyani. God doesn't have many friends. What does it take to be a friend of God? Hey, guys, maybe who's gonna highlight that for us. So I do believe that in the world you should have a small circle, even if does it even have to be a circle, but you should have a small amount of friends. But also don't ever neglect trying to be a friend of God. Try to be a friend of God. Try to get like, how do you make friends with people up in Tlabin? Try that. Try going to God and expressing and make it known to God that you would like to be his friend and you would like him to be your friend as well. I don't think God would reject you. He wants to be. He wants to be. He wants to be your father. He wants to be your God. He wants to be your friend. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Until next time, bye.